Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports Report. We're talking X Games now. Of course, we have 8 of the best Call of Duty teams headed to Austin, Texas this Friday. They're going to be competing for X Games Gold for the first time ever in esports history.
Yeah, the event is coming up just next week, Puckett. I know you're going to be flying out soon. It's been chaos here in the office. We've been getting so much content ready, so much stuff preparing for this event. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's actually just 4 days away. Starting the stream at noon. You can watch it all weekend long, live from Austin. Now, Revan, we've been talking kind of the lower seeds all the way to the top seeds. Today, we're making a special case. We're going to jump all the way to the second seed, Envyus. These guys are the top seed in their Group B. They're going to be met with some really tough challengers, though. And before we get to kind of the recent Envy, we got to take a look back kind of at this team's history and feature some of their games from the major events, the Call of Duty Championship tournaments that we had for Black Ops 2, as well as Call of Duty Ghosts. Talk to me a little bit about the history of this Envyus organization.
Well, they were founded in Call of Duty 4 during that game, and actually it's one of their founders' birthday today. It's 4Play's birthday.
Happy birthday, 4Play!
He's one of the legends in the Call of Duty scene now. Of course, this is such a historic franchise. They've been playing since way back in the day. They've competed in just about every single tournament there ever was in Call of Duty.
Right.
But they're missing that one major LAN victory. Of course, this is a national championship team, but they won those nationals online back in Modern Warfare 2. So a lot of people like to say it doesn't count. It definitely counts, but still not a major LAN victory.
Right.
However, they have a whole lot of second place finishes.
And that's kind of what I judge it on is, do you have a national championship on LAN? Do you have a major LAN event? Because online, as we know, definitely has some ups and downs, but latency is always something that people are going to pull into question. You can't complain, you can't even argue against LAN perfect connection. Everyone's on an even playing field. But they're still looking for that first tournament victory. And how many events have they been to that you've seen them get just close but not quite able to finish?
You know, it happens so often that people they still say today that Envy is a cursed team. They're cursed with consistency at least, which is great. You know, second place. But some in most recent memory, the most recent Call of Duty Championships, the Call of Duty Championships before that, even some Call of Duty 4 national events, even some events in 2011 in Black Ops 1. So it's across every game, Envy is consistently good.
Well, we saw Envy, at least my first time commentating them was the Grand Finals. Hastro was filling in as the official fourth for this squad in the National Championship against Rambo and Extravagant. But when we look back at Black Ops 2, Rambo was no longer on Extravagant. He was wearing MV blue, and they were part of this 2013 championship team. Who else was Rambo playing with back then?
Well, Rambo was playing with JCap, Proofy, and Stainville. And just looking at this is a team of Call of Duty legends, all so very talented. You have Rambo, the smarts of the team. You have Stainville, the experience. He keeps them all calm and collected. Then you have JCap and Proofy, who are just straight raw talent. These guys never miss with their assault rifles.
Now, last week we showed you Impact, kind of their road as we were highlighting Optic Nation, Killing Miracles winning that event. So we know Envy gets second in this tournament, but we wanted to show you game number 10. Revan, you picked this as the final Hardpoint from that best of 11 series. Why did you pick this game?
Well, firstly, Proofy goes absolutely huge in this game. He drops over 40 kills. And this is a must-win map. If Envy win this map, which they do, spoiler alert, they would force game number 11, which would be Meltdown, Search, and Destroy. But at this point in time, it's Raid Hardpoint, which is Furico Impact's best map.
Right.
You don't want to face off against them on Raid Hardpoint. Everybody was counting Envy out, and they were already getting their tweets ready congratulating Furico Impact for winning Call of Duty Championships.
Well, this is a map we saw Envy struggle on as well in the months leading up to the Call of Duty Championships, but the boys dug deep. Here's how they did it.
Has now changed locations. It's going to be Envy with some early control. And Rambo Ray's just going to now try and get a few kills on the outside. Picks down one. Going to see the second as well. Is he going to get a kill? Yes, he is! Big plays from Envy right now.
Rambo's on a roll here. 148 to 71 and counting in favor of Envy as Rambo finally gets taken out. Furico's going to push in here and grab the hard point. Let's jump on with Killa. He's got a lot going for him. Hellstorm comes down. Doesn't take out Killa. He is one kill away. They make an assist from getting it. Gets stopped there. there. Huge stop by Stainville, who didn't allow Killa to get a Hellstorm, and that could have been very important for the Furico squad. Furico's starting to turn it on a little bit as they're holding down, getting a lot of critical points that are needed in this hard point, but they all get washed out here as Envy able to handle it. 11 seconds left in the hard point, and Envy holds this one down. Nice there.
Furico getting the good spawn, so that is something to note. It's just on board now with JCap for the last few seconds. This hard point is going to go immediately to Furico. It's 160-295 in favor of Envy. What can JCap try and do as he tries to just hold these spawns for his team? Managed to shut down one. Only 3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining, and this is going to be a big kill if he can connect. He can't. Smoke goes down. He has to try and reevaluate.
Yeah, Envy desperately trying to get into there, into outside of the money room, into the kitchen here, trying to get that hard point here as Furico will jump on with them. They've been holding this one down. It almost picks up a huge kill there. Parasite in there to contest it. He gets taken out. Karma's in there as well. He's got to defend it. He sees another Envy player, takes out one. Going to move up, almost picks out the second one. Jumping on with Miracles. He holds it down as well. Furico starting to come alive here in this hard point. Much needed points for this squad as they're just racking them up here. 13 seconds left on the clock for the hard point round before it switches, and Furico able to handle the kitchen hard point, no problem.
Look how many points that Furico lineup have just managed to claw back. They're still getting points. They're now going to be just, 21 points away from the tie. Admittedly, Envy now do have control. If Furico can break this back hard point, we are going to have one of the closest finishes in a hard point game I think we've seen for a very long time. On board with Karma now, doing some work, picking off a few kills. Can he try and get this hard point contested? That's the big question.
Yeah, Karma's starting to move in here, and they do have it, so this is huge for Furico. They weren't able to be first movers to this hard point because they needed all of those kitchen hard points, but now they were able to throw Envy out of the garage, and they're the ones holding it down, and you've got Killa and Karma in there. They're racking up the points. Furico could potentially take the lead from Envy here, but Envy not allowing it as Rambo and Proofy push in. Rambo picks up a nice kill. He's with their Proofy. They're getting a ton of points. 15 seconds left in the hard point. Envy not allowing Furico to get back in this.
2 minutes remaining in this hardpoint raid. On board with Stainville. He's going to try and step on the next hardpoint, cooking that nade. Is there going to be someone in this room? No, there isn't. Envy could now have some early control. Trophy system's going to go down as well. Look how close this scoreline is going to be. This is a very, very good setup now for Envy. They need to rack up as many points as possible because Furico are on a hype. They have been playing so well. They've managed to come back into this game. But Envy need to try and prevent them from getting any points on this.
Oh, Proofy with a two-piece. He is holding it down. The basketball court is hit. Michael Jordan up in this play.
Oh, he's got another one.
What a monster, but his team is still there to hold it down. Envy earning the points in this hard point. 30 seconds left. They are on a roll here. Furico just trying to get in there, and finally Furico able to take over this hard point. They needed to do that badly.
They really did, but Proofy, important to note, he picked up all 3 of his score streaks on that mad rampage on this hard point. And right now, Furico just trying to rack up a few points. Now there's only 60 points remaining in this game. Can Furico make the biggest comeback of their lives?
This is huge here as now that hard point time is dwindling down. Only 3 seconds left. We're on board with Karma as Envy's going to grab the rest of those points. Furico is going to set up in the middle hard point here. That Hellstorm's not going to do anything with those trees here. Doesn't take out anybody. Karma jumps in here. He's got Miracles with him. They need this hard point desperately to try to get back in it. Now only down by 20 points here with 28 seconds left on the clock. I can't tell you how close this game is, guys. You better get loud for your team here as Furico's holding it down. Envy gets in here. They're going to call it. They will win this game here. Envy wins game number 10. They do the impossible. They beat Furico in hardpoint. What an amazing matchup. We are going to a game 11, Benson. You couldn't ask for anything better here at the Call of Duty Championship.
Fantastic play from Envy. The crowd erupts. They know what they've just witnessed. No one able to take down this Furico lineup on hardpoint. Envy respond. Huge, huge play from them. We're going to a last map. We called it. I'm throwing that out there.
As one thing we did, we called it, but what an amazing game by Envy. It all came down to the middle hard point. Envy just showing that.
So there you saw at the end, 44 kills from Proofy, including that basketball court clutch. Envy unable to finish it out, but they finished second, taking home $200,000.
Yeah, another second place finish in the books, but man, the story of that game, without a doubt, Proofy as you said, 44 kills, but he also had 20 defends in the Hardpoint. You saw him secure that win for Envy.
Solid stuff as a squad overall. They placed just above Optic Gaming in that tournament, finishing second. Optic got third. Farico Impact, of course, your champions. Now Farico Impact, they're spread out. You got Karma, he's sitting on Evil Geniuses, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Miracles and Killa were on Optic Nation, the squad we covered last Friday. And the fourth, Parasite, now on this Envy lineup. But before Parasite got here, there were several other players. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll tell you who Envy picked up on their way to the 2014 Call of Duty Championship.